Hola, beautiful conscious entrepreneurs. And so often when you're on the journey of entrepreneurship, you have to learn and discover, and you'll become more resourceful and more creative as you discover and grow, right? Because it's fun, right? Because it's exciting. But the mind can typically because the mind is the way that it's programmed to, like it's there to help you. It really is, right? It's not your enemy. It just is. When you're not in coherence with it, it can feel like an enemy. That's basically it, right? But once you start coming into coherence with it, with heart coherence, and you let that higher divine spirit flow through you, right? So you're not trying to do things off of your pre-programmed structures. You're actually flowing as one. Then you can really enjoy your life. But one of the things that we forget to do, honestly, is to really play the game of life. And it's easy to see why, right? It's easy when you see people suffering homeless on the street, or when you see the elite pedophilia and trafficking. Like, that's not so fun, right? That's not so fun. But the reason why those things exist is literally because we've forgotten how to play. We've forgotten how to live in love with each other. And I'm not talking about romantic love, so like that. And I'm talking like to really care for each other, because our minds block our emotions, and so many of us are on high alert and are very, very defensive all the time because our trauma came about from survival, and so it's always looking to keep you safe. So it's not even a personal thing, it's very objective, it's very scientific as well. But when you step into play, when you step into the energy and the joy of play, and you see everything as for you, even if it scares the shit out of you in the moment, which it often does, I'm not gonna lie, right? The key is to recognize it straight away, acknowledge it straight away, and then move back into play. And then you can say something like, I don't know, how is this for me? And then what are the resources that I have available to me right now? And so what that does is it helps you to stay in the flow. It helps you to stay in the momentum, so that you don't see it as a bad thing, right? So that you grow and experience life. So if you think of it like this, right? When you first go on a trampoline and you start bouncing, depending on who you are and what you like, but imagine you have a fear of heights and things like that, or you've got trauma from the masculine, right? Jumping up and down on a trampoline, and I'm speaking from experience, is a little bit like, oh my god, this is really fun, but also really scary at the same time. And so as you start to grow and learn with that, you start to enjoy it. And and so I did this actually a couple of years ago, I think, when my dad died, because I didn't know my dad really. I think I only met him like 4 or 5 times, and he left for my mum's younger sister before I was born. So there's all this kind of, distrust of the masculine that I had for a very long time. I'm still clearing it, actually. And and so Trust Falls, which was bouncing back on my back on the trampoline and then coming back up again, was a huge release for me. because your body, like, the trauma is stored in your electromagnetic field, and it comes through your body. And so it's like your body doesn't want to do that, because it's like, fuck, I'm gonna die. And so anyway, I did do it. I did do the Trust Falls, and I did it, and it was amazing. And then I started doing Walk the Wall, and then they got rid of the professional trampolines, and I can't do it there anymore. So, on and off to the next thing, right? That's going to be even more fun. And obviously there are cool things that stay in your life. Like I love dancing, so I do that all the time. I don't do any choreographed dancing though, so that's something for me to explore. I'm just like a club dancer. Anyway, getting back to the point. So don't forget to play. Don't forget, even in the moment, right? You can be like, oh fuck, right? Acknowledge it in the moment, feel it in the moment, and then release it as fast as you can. And remember who you are. Remember that love and that being state that comes from within you, and then go have fun with it, right? Go enjoy your life, and do what calls to you. You will, more and more and more will be revealed to you. So often people think that, this isn't I was one of them, right? This isn't coming from God. Is it coming from the enemy? And blah 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 blah, all of that sort of stuff, right? But the thing is, It's not your faith in God, it's his faith in you, or her faith in you, his or her faith in you, right? The omnipresent. So as long as you say yes and you keep stepping forward and you keep moving with that awareness and you keep moving through those deconstructions of the mind for more, you will always be shown the way. So you don't have to worry about it, right? So go have fun, live your life, right? Especially those conscious entrepreneurs that are really creating such a huge ripple effect of change across the world, and people are starting to wake up. There you go, it's a new technique, so it's flying a fly off my phone. Go do your thing, because it is, I don't think mankind, so humanity is returning back to the state of mankind. They have no idea how much goodness is waiting for them. And so there is a lot of crap coming up in the world, and we do have the ability to choose, right? We can choose to stay in the dark ages. God's never going to force us. But we also are always going to be brought back into the light. And so how we get there and how quickly we get there and how much we decide to leave suffering behind is really our free will. And so when you know that and you step into maturity, you start becoming the source of all your actions, you stay in integrity with it, you tell the truth, you refine, you review and refine as you go along, you forgive yourself along the way, you will be brought into perfection. So it's not about being perfect, but you will be brought into perfection. So that's mostly what I wanted to say today. Oh, they're eating ice cream. I think the cafe's closed though. Anyway, so before I get distracted, I'm going to come in and drop in a meditation for play. I might do it in a minute. I'll see how it is out here. But it's really about getting you back into that joy state. So joy is one of the highest frequencies on the chart of emotions by David Hawkins. I think it comes just before peace and enlightenment, but your true natural state is joy. So when you're doing what you love, you're naturally in joy. That's your natural high frequency. And so from that state, everything comes towards you. And then you just have to not allow the resistance to overwhelm you. And it might do sometimes, and it's okay. You'll be fine. Just keep moving forward. All right, take care.